Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for Eclipse season 2025, the first eclipse season. So on March 14th, we will have the lunar eclipse in Virgo, and then on the 29th, we will have the solar eclipse in Aries. In between those two dates and the weeks leading up and following those dates is what is known as eclipse season, and this is a time of great change, endings, lots of new beginnings as well, and a release of the karmic patterns that hold you back in life are very common during eclipse seasons. Emotions are heightened, changes on a global scale are more common. So yeah, the energy is just very malleable, and eclipse seasons are basically times when the divine steps in and has the power to really just sort of pick us up by the shoulders and adjust us to make sure that we're heading in the right direction. So specifically for you, Gemini, I want to see what you can expect during this eclipse season. So you have money coming out. Wow, Aquarius also had money as well. Must be an air sign thing, huh? And this says, all of my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. Very beautiful. So money matters may be something that are adjusting for you or that you're looking deeper into. I am seeing some of you guys maybe trying to find a new job or contemplating another stream of income. I think it's always a fantastic idea to diversify your income, meaning especially if you're a business owner, oh my gosh, or an artist of any kind, oh my gosh. Like, because, sometimes, especially in a field like that where you don't have a set paycheck coming in, it's so important to have alternative streams open up. So I am seeing some of you guys maybe opening up a new stream of income during eclipse season. The ideas are already within you at the time that you're watching this, okay? There could be multiple ideas for multiple streams of income, and Spirit is giving you the green light, the go-ahead to put those into effect at this time. Pull out all the stops, open up as many streams of income as you can, diversify, and you'll be just fine. That's the answer to your problem. If any of you were praying, asking for some answers surrounding your finances, that's the message. You already know what streams of income you should open up. The idea is already within you. This is your green light. Go ahead and do that. Pull out all the stops. Open up all of them during eclipse season, during March, okay? And you'll be just fine. And even if you already have a lot of wealth, again, you still have ideas that will bring in even more of it. And you may even have ideas for how you can give back in the ways that you want to give back, like starting charities or things like that. Okay, take action on it. We have caregivers, speaking of giving back. Okay, a lot of you guys may find yourself in a position where you are caring for someone or something. You may find yourself at an increased caregiver level. And that makes a lot of sense with the Virgo eclipse happening on the 14th. Virgo rules over our responsibilities, caring for our body, caring for pets, for our family members, elderly folks, and also the work that we give back in the world, how we give back to the people around us. So this says, we are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love that you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you received care and love at the start of yours. Some of you guys, not all of you, but some of you guys may already be in a position where you are caring for someone at the end of their life. This could be an elderly person. This could be a pet. When it's like you acknowledge that, these are their last days on earth, their last years on earth, whatever, and you're just wanting to make it as comfortable for them as possible, without overburdening yourself financially, without overburdening yourself mentally, emotionally, physically. So Spirit just wants to acknowledge your hard work there, your love that you give there. Caregivers often focus all of their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So you're being asked by this eclipse season to care for yourself in the same way that you care for others, even if it's just a little bit each day. For example, if anyone watching is like a nurse, You may work long hours, you may spend all of your time caregiving for others, which is exhausting, by the way, and compassion fatigue is a real thing. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a real thing. If you're in a healing profession, healing art of any sort, it's very important for you to be aware of what compassion fatigue is, and really like doubly important for you to give back to yourself, invest time in yourself. So that could be like, for example, making time every morning to make yourself an actual breakfast, to do your little skincare routine, making time for yourself to work out, to stretch, that those moments, those minutes of those days are so, so important, because that's what fills your cup. And if you're in a caregiver position, you cannot keep giving to the collective, to certain individuals from an empty cup. Luna's tail is just all over the place. So yeah, Gemini, you have the moon coming out as your first card. There's actually been several signs who had the moon as their first card, which makes a lot of sense. With eclipse seasons, the moon plays a very big role, obviously, with the full moon, the new moon. And, there could be some emotional processing taking place as well. You don't necessarily, I don't think at the time that you're watching this, especially if it's the beginning of eclipse season or the beginning of March, I don't think you're fully aware of all that will happen in March. I think there will be some unexpected developments. I think you yourself will actually get some projects started and finished during March that may not even be fully on your radar right now. It's just in the idea phase, but you actually end up doing it. And that may not have been something that was set in stone that you were going to do this month, but you do end up doing it. We have the 8 of Swords coming out for you as well. Yeah, I feel like, there are some areas in life where you may be feeling a little bit stuck. And for a lot of you, this could be financially, this could be another area. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. It's like suddenly, spontaneously almost, having the impulse to make a change, to get unstuck. Okay, and you may start a project and finish a project, or start a new habit and sustain it during this time, which makes a lot of sense. Aries is a big sign during this eclipse season. We have the solar eclipse in Aries. The solar eclipse, the new moon energy, is all about new beginnings, okay? So with the lunar eclipse first, this is all of the endings taking place in your life, massively. End of karmic cycles, especially around the idea of responsibility, all things Virgo, right? And the solar eclipse in Aries, this is the new stuff that's coming in. Aries is all about the self, taking care of yourself, your well-being, filling your cup, and deciding to take a leap of faith and either open up that new stream of income or start something that will resolve the area of life that you feel stuck in. We have the King of Wands, beautiful, masculine, fiery energy, very passionate. There may be someone around you who really inspires you to just be your best self, be your best version. Okay, this could be a partner. This could be someone that you're connecting to, networking, or even like a friend who just does cool stuff with their life and they live a life full of passion. And they're a big inspiration for you at this time. And I definitely feel like, also we have this rune here, which for some reason I can't remember the name of, but this rune represents inviting in new chapters, new beginnings. A light, a torch is growing, a fire is growing, a passion is growing in your life right now. And then we have the 7 of Wands in reverse, right underneath that moon card. It's very important for you to protect your peace and invest in yourself. Keep filling your own cup is what I want to say. Don't be afraid to be alone this month, to say no, to just say, listen, I have to focus on my finances. I have to focus on myself. I have limited time at the end of the day after all of my caregiving responsibilities. Okay, because, you do work. You work hard. There are certainly elements of your life where it's like, I have to care for other people, or I have to work this job, right? And it's outside of that caregiving, that work, you might not feel like you have a ton of time left over at the end of the day. And Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to say, oh, you know what? I'm going to have to put our weekly dates aside, or our weekly brunch get-togethers aside, and just really pour into myself for a little bit, okay? We have the Tower coming out in reverse. Major endings, Gemini. Anything that was built off of a toxic foundation is coming to a crumbling, sudden ending, sudden close, okay? with or without your inputs, okay? It will be breaking down. Situations that disrupt your peace are breaking down. And then we have the Nine of Swords right next to that. Very interesting. It's like a sudden ending that you're going to have to emotionally process, okay? There's going to be... I don't know why I'm getting a specific message here. This is not going to resonate with everyone, but for some people, this could be like in the workplace, especially if you work like in the medical field or in any sort of caregiving field, or where you're pouring into other people. There could have been, or there is a situation at work that you're very emotionally invested in. And there could be some sudden ending there, sudden change. It's kind of like, I don't predict death, but an example of this could be like let's just say you're a nurse and you're caring for this patient and you become great friends. Like, you really love talking to them, and then inevitably that patient dies or passes away, And it's like, it's your job to deal with these situations, but that doesn't mean it's always easy to deal with those situations, or like, let's just say, I don't know. Pay attention to how do I put this? Truths will be illuminated during this eclipse season. And eclipse seasons are all about endings as well. However, this eclipse season particularly is taking place during Venus retrograde, as well as a Mercury retrograde. So it's like the past may be popping back up, or past issues may be popping up and really being illuminated at this time to be put to rest once and for all. Does that make sense? So for example, this tower moment could be like someone from the past popping back up, but they're not popping back in for you guys to get back together or become friends again. They're popping back in to catch up and have closure and lay that friendship, that relationship to rest more peacefully this time around. Or, any issues that were swept under the rug or casted aside in the past may be coming back around during this eclipse season to be dealt with consciously again. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, and there is an element of like not knowing what the future has in store with all of this, but what you do know is that you have a sense of there's like this spark within you, the spark of passion, the spark of hope, the spark of wanting to really manifest. Luna's tail just drugged the camera. Really wanting to manifest in the beautiful. That's another thing that I'm picking up on for you, Gemini. There could be the influence of someone or something in your life that is just so pure. It gives you so much dopamine, and it's like the intensity of what you're dealing with is just becomes as light as a feather when you're around this influence. So for example, this could be like a puppy or a kitten. Some of you guys may be getting a puppy or kitten, actually. This could be a child in your life where it's like you could have like a heavy day, then you come home to that child and they are just a ball of sunshine. And it's like, it's so impossible to feel that heaviness around this influence. I am seeing someone like that. This could even be a romantic partner for some of you. That it's like all of your problems just feel so light when you're around them. They feel like sunshine, really. Their soul feels like sunshine, which is just so beautiful. And it's like, caregivers need a caregiver themselves. People who are earth angels. And I feel like people who are typically in caregiver situations, whether you're caring for people very directly, caring for the collective, organizing, giving to people, the universe gifts them with some of the purest earth angels in their lives to just take care of them, make sure they're taken care of. Okay. And I know this firsthand, like in situations where I thought I would be done for, homeless on the streets, there's always someone or something there to take care of me or to make sure that I am okay, because I do a lot of work for the collective. And I feel the same thing for you, Gemini. So you'll always be taken care of, always, and trusting in that is very important. As long as you keep doing what feels right to your soul, what you feel passionate about, you will be fine. You'll be taken care of. Anyways, thank you for joining me. This reading was kind of all over the place, but thank you for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this eclipse season. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course, so check it out. Bye-bye.